Någonting. Just det, jag hade tänkt göra någon sak till, men det är för sent. Ja. Ska vi se, klockan slagen. Hello, welcome. It's time for another round of the SWEOUG at home live streaming. Today we'll be featuring Göran Powers, talking about emailing from the Oracle Cloud. But first we'll take a look at the normal slides that I usually talk to make sure that everyone knows them by heart. So the Oracle ACE program, we want more people to join the party. So there are 3 different levels: the director, the ACE, and the ACE associate. The typical place you start at is associate. That's the entry point, and you can nominate yourself with a link down at the bottom here, or you can send information or send an email for more information, or talk to me or someone in the program if you want to know more about it. And then let's talk a little bit about the Aura World magazine. It's a very good magazine. It is free and it's available online, so you can just download it or get it emailed or however you want to get it. It is made by the Oracle user group community, so it's not filled with ads or anything like that, or pushing expensive technology Oracle would like you to buy or some such. Here are some examples of articles that's been in it before. It shows this how many different things there are. There are from very code-centric things to general career advice, or what someone has done, or what's coming up, or so forth. And with that, I'd like to say hello to Göran, who's going to be our featured presenter here today. So welcome, Göran, to the SWEOUG live stream.
Hello.
So with that, I'll turn it over to Göran. It's all yours.
Okay, thank you. So today, what I will show you is how to I'm actually gonna create a new autonomous database in Oracle Cloud, and then I will use that database to send an email using Oracle Email Delivery Service. I will use Apex Mail for that, and I will show you all the steps along the way. So I will start sharing my screen here. There we go. So yeah, so here we are in Oracle Cloud to send emails in the Oracle database. You can't use the always free account, unfortunately, for sending emails. There is no like a free tier yet for emails. Either if you use the 30-day free trial, you can send emails, or you can use a paid account. But creating databases you can do for free. So I'm quite impressed actually how fast you can create a database nowadays in the cloud. So I'll start by doing that. So here you will want to tick in the always free version and a password for the admin account, and create it. So now it will provision, and while this is provisioning. I can discuss a little bit about the pricing on emails. So there are similar services, of course, in other clouds. The most dominant cloud is AWS. So in AWS, there is a service called Amazon Simple Email Service. And the general pricing for that is here. You pay a penny for every 1,000 emails. So that's quite a humane price. Oracle actually Oracle actually pressed that price even more. So looks as currently they put them slightly below. It's a little less than a penny per 1,000 emails. So you can really spam and it won't cost too much. So there are also other providers, of course, that do similar things like SendGrid, who have different pricing plans. But from an Oracle database in the cloud, it's the email delivery service that is the thing, and the one that we will check in this lab. So it's available. And now what we have already available for us is an SQL Developer Console and Oracle Apex. So if we just open up the Apex application, we'll give it some time. The first is it's just started up the database. And here we go. So I put in the password that I created during the sign up. Create a workspace, call it Swedish Oracle User Group, maybe. And we have a workspace. So we sign in with that one. And just for the sake of this demo application, I will build a sample application. So there are quite a few sample apps that you can build with Apex. I will build this sample database application. So we can play around with sending email from that one. So once this application is installed, you can use a tool called SQL Developer Web to look at the tables here. So here is the Apex login, and here you can open SQL Developer Web, where you can do any query against your new database. So log in as admin and paste in the password. So here I could look at some table that we created in the Apex schema. Okay. Can select from all tables. Have a look. Maybe I missed the name somehow. Where owner equals the schema I created for Apex. Demo customers, it was called. So this, we could just check the contents of that table. So this works like any on like a client that you have in your computer. So let's execute that. Oops, sorry. There we go. So here we have some customers. Anyway, my plan now is to get customers from this table, and I'm actually going to set up an email service now to send these customers in an email. So to do that, we go back to Oracle Cloud, and we start by making sure that my cloud user is allowed to send emails. So we have identity here and users. And here's my cloud user. So in here, I can create SMTP credentials. So you can call this Swedish Oracle user group. And I will copy username and password for later. I will show you how to activate this. There we go. So to activate this SMTP, what I need to do as well is to go to email delivery service and create a user that is allowed to send email approved sender. So this will be like in the from field, who it is from. So we could take no reply at swedishoracleusergroup.com, for instance. So now we have that, and here we can see what the SMTP server is. And here I could go and manage SMTP credentials, but I should already have it. So if I click on that button, I come to my Swedish Oracle user group. So what I need to do now is to actually activate these credentials. And that I can do in SQL Developer. So I will paste a command that is, this will actually allow Apex to send emails with Apex Mail. So for the Apex instance, we set the SMTP address, which is this address. The username, it's a super long username. It's randomly generated. And a password that we got from the setup, which will be a one-time only when we configure this. So I execute that. So now we've set up Apex to send emails. So now I will just try to send a simple email using Apex Mail to myself. So if I go to the SQL workshop in Apex, there is this SQL commands window. Here I can just test that the Apex Mail package works. Well, as any good chef, I prepared a bit in advance. So I will paste in here. So this is the Apex Mail package. So this will send an email from no reply to my personal email, goranpowers@gmail. A test email from Autonomous. So now is the time to see if this works or if I did some mistake. See if we have demo ghost or not. How we can check if it was sent or not is that there is a Apex Mail log. So here there is a mail log saying the mail went from here to here. So yeah, it looks like it was sent, and the size and everything. So let's have a look at my email. Nothing yet. Ah, there it is. So it worked. We got a test mail from Autonomous. So the next step in this would be that we use Apex Mail to send to generate a CSV file and send attachment. And now I actually have to break it to you that it actually didn't work as I expected, because I had hoped that I could just use Apex Mail to add a CSV attachment of all clients, but actually Apex Mail only allows binary attachment blobs. So that was a bit of a disappointment, but I can show you the code that I prepared and how it, if you make a solution on your own, how that would work. So let's paste that in here. So let's say you need customers from all of the customers from this demo customers table. Then you could take them in a cursor like this, define a club. This is L document. So then you can use dbms lob package to append lines from the cursor to create a CSV file. And yeah, the plan was simple, just to use add attachments to use this document. Unfortunately, I got an error saying that this P attachment only accepts blobs. So that's a lesson learned from me. What I ended up doing now was just sending the whole thing in the body just to show that it works. But it's a bit, what you have to do is to create your own solution using UTL SMTP, which is then you can create an attachment with a text. That's how we do it at work currently. It's a bit complex, so I won't show the code here. But yeah, I'd hope Apex Mail will be able to do that. What you would have to do, I guess, is to convert to a blob and then send. But yeah, we can just test to see if this code snippet works, if it will get all the customers. I run this now. See what the log says. Maybe I didn't. Oh, yeah. Push. This push Apex Mail push queue, that is making sure that it's sending the emails. Obviously, this is usually defined in a job, and you define how often you want to pull the queue to send out email batches. So that's how you would use it in a production environment. So let's see. Actually, looks like we had an issue. Then we could look in Apex Mail queue to see if it's still in the queue for some reason. Queue. So this one you can use to. It's still in the queue. Is there a reason? There. I misspelled the name. I missed the L. So then I got an error. Let's see if I can resend it using the correct details. Add an L, like so. And I can run push queue again. Okay, let's see if it worked better. I guess we could just try to send it again. Because I think there are like automatic retries on this, but of course this one will fail, so I probably have to resend a new mail with the correct from address. Whoops. Of course, I shouldn't use both. Try again. There we go. So now I think it worked out. Yes. So now we actually have a quite big body size containing the CSV file. But yeah, I think that kind of wraps up my presentation. Any questions?